Now try Babbel for free. Just text TRY to 64,000 to start learning a new language today. That's TRY to 64,000.
It's John Bozica, 10 until noon, Monday through Friday.
Here on 1480 WHBC.
And we return back here on 1480 WHBC. John Bozica along with you as you can view us now not only on our Facebook page, 1480 WHBC, but also on Twitter at 1480 WHBC and also on our YouTube page. And we have the special pleasure of being joined on our video stream here as well as on the radio by Rylee and Lindsay Abbuhl. And they have a pretty cool story that they're going to tell us about this morning that is really inspiring, I believe, to everyone that will watch and listen this morning. Both of you, thanks for joining this morning and thanks for being part of this.
Thanks for having us.
So, Rylee, you're 10 years old, and obviously I know that one of your dreams was to play softball, but I guess I'll let you guys kind of tell me the story first of the situation so that my listeners know, and then we can kind of go from there and kind of unpack what happened to you guys this past weekend.
Yeah, so Rylee started having some medical issues a handful of years ago, and we, unfortunately at the time, we were focused on each individual problem that we were having instead of looking at it as a whole, that something was an underlying condition for us. 2 years ago, we decided that we were going to see a neurologist, and we completed lots of testing, MRIs, sleep studies, CT scans, etc. And we ended up finding out that Rylee's central nerve system does not work correctly. Your body needs signals to come out to each organ, and that all comes from the brain, and hers doesn't do that. Her signals have failed, and they do not communicate with the rest of her body. So in the course of the last 2 years, we have found that we are losing function of some of the organs because they're not receiving the right signals from her brain. And through all of that, we've learned that her passion for softball, she was going to have to hang up her cleats because it was too physical and too much for her to try to cope with the daily pain that she was in.
So, Rylee, what was it that you got to participate in then this past weekend? And I know that you had a dream to play at the University of Notre Dame, and kind of tell me some of your softball experiences that you've had recently.
You talk about Friday.
I got to throw out the first pitch for their game, and then when I got to hang out in the dugout and help say pitches and everything, and then we went upstairs, and then a lot of the teams made videos and they put it all together, and we got to watch that, and they sat me down and had 2 contracts for Walsh and Malone and visors for both teams, and they wanted me to pick up a visor and sign the contract, and I picked up Malone's visor, and they just started screaming, and then I wrote it down, and then we all kind of got ready and hung out with everybody, and we got ready to go.
Now, Walsh and Malone are the schools that put this together for you, as we're joined by Rylee and Lindsay Abbuhl this morning. Their story being told right now on WHBC as Rylee is suffering from a life-threatening illness, and then joined by her mother as well to tell this story this morning. This was at the Hall of Fame Fitness Center over the weekend, what they put together for Rylee. Now, I know your dream, as I said, was to play at the University of Notre Dame. Have they reached out to you, Rylee? Have they sent any letters, sent anything your way?
Yeah, they sent some videos for me to watch, and they showed places in Notre Dame, and they showed me the campus.
What has all of this been like for you, Rylee?
Really, really exciting, and I don't even know, exciting that they want to do this for me, and almost overwhelming because there's been so many people reaching out and so much stuff that's been going on.
How many schools and how many people have reached out to you guys?
So far that we know of, there's about 25.
Wow.
But Malone's coach had actually reached out to a lot of schools, and they all sent videos in. We just haven't watched that yet, so we're not sure how many schools are involved in that process. But they had to kind of condense it on Friday. We were able to watch everybody's video because we would have been there probably all day. So they had to go through and, you know, pick some of the more personalized videos for Rylee to see at the event. And then they sent us a link with all the other videos. So we haven't even had a chance to look at that. But we've received packages from Bowling Green, UCLA. She's been getting jerseys and letters and all kinds of fun stuff in the mail. So
Why Notre Dame, Rylee?
I really don't know. I've always wanted to play in Notre Dame since I was a little girl. I don't have an idea why.
I'm not 100% sure where that passion came from, but she, when she was 2 years old, decided she wanted to go there. So we've taken her to the campus a couple times, and she got to go see a softball game there 2 years ago. When she was real little, she met Brady Quinn on campus. We just saw him in passing while we were walking around, and ever since she was like, this is where I'm going. I don't care what anybody says.
My guests are Rylee and Lindsay Abbuhl here. We're talking about Rylee's experience over the weekend of getting to participate in a softball camp of sorts with Walsh and Malone and throw out the first pitch at a scrimmage. For both of you, with everything going on with the terminal illness and all, what kind of feelings have this brought to the family, and what kind of feelings has this brought to both of you? I mean, how do you feel with all of this response to this story?
I mean, as mom, I feel this overwhelming love and support that we're receiving from everybody. It makes me very proud to know that Rylee's passion for softball has driven these teams to want to be involved. For her, I know she's definitely overwhelmed. You know, we've been dealing with this for 2 years, and it's always just been us, you know, and our very close friends who have been in this process with us. So for us to open this up and, you know, tell our story and let other people be involved, it was a huge step for us to start having a lot of other support, a lot of other people. So I know that part's overwhelming, but makes us very happy to know that people adore her as much as they do.
What are some of the plans now moving forward? Is there anything more planned here?
Yeah, so she received a formal invitation from Texas A&M College.
Wow.
They want her to come out and be an Augie with them for the weekend. So we are actually leaving on March 11th to head there. Ideally, we're going to try to get her out to Notre Dame again. You know, that's a handful of hour drive for us, so it's a feasible thing. And she loves being out there, so we're hoping to get her out there and hang out with them again. She does have a bucket list, so we are diligently working with a lot of friends, trying to accomplish some of these things on her bucket list.
Now, the last thing I have to know, Rylee, when you threw out that opening pitch on Friday, was it a strike?
Yes.
It was? Good.
Yeah.
Good thing to hear. Put it right over the plate, didn't you?
Yeah, she was nervous. She hasn't pitched in a year. She had to give up softball a year ago, so she was super nervous about whether or not it was going to be a good one, and she let go of it, and the whole place lost it because it was straight down the plate. So,
well, Rylee, Lindsay, it's been a pleasure hearing the story, getting to know both of you, and I wish you guys continued success and send love and support your guys' way, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks to both of you for joining today.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Rylee and Lindsay Abbuhl on the show this morning, telling Rylee's inspiring story about how she has been given the opportunity to go to different softball teams around the country, colleges, and gotten the opportunity to try out different things and throw out an opening pitch at Walsh and Malone and do some of the things that she may not get to do later in life as she has the terminal illness. So a fantastic story there, and we thank both of them for joining us. We'll take a break here. We know it's running a bit late, but we'll take the break, go to the news, and we'll be right back after this.
Monday through Friday.
Here on 1480 WHBC.
Kansas Morning News.
On your home of local news.
I love the tradition.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Hi, I'm Pam Cook for